Goodbye SKX. Hello Seiko 5 Sports. Hello and good afternoon everyone, Konstantin aka Mr. B back on another Sunday, and today we're going to talk about that the SEIKO SKX is discontinued, and of course we're going to talk about its predecessor, the SEIKO 5 Sports line, just introduced by SEIKO. Let's go! Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit about why I do think the SKX is discontinued. Well, I mentioned in my video that I'm going to purchase a Seiko diver, or that I plan to purchase a Seiko diver during our honeymoon in Japan, in Tokyo. And I looked for some stores, online stores, Big Camera for example, which do sell Seikos for a good price. And every time when I was looking for a Seiko SKX J1, which is a Japanese version, or J2 with a jewelry bracelet, but for the Japanese domestic market, it was out of stock, it was not available, you could not put it into the cart, and as well there were no replacement information, as there are usually with other watches. And as well it seems that the Seiko movement, the 7S movement, is going to be discontinued, and it makes sense considering the new introduced Seiko 5 line, but more about this afterwards. So this is just where I do see and where I do panic actually a little bit, as I would like to get an SKX now as it's discontinued as a GDM version, and it seems to be really hard to find. This is why I do think it's discontinued, and so I think let's discuss about the new release SEIKO 5 Sports. But guys, let's talk a little bit about the new SEIKO 5 Sports series. And overall, I have to be honest with you, I was pretty angry with Seiko when they did introduce the SEIKO 5 Sports series, because I was a big fan of the SKX, and I think the charm of the SKX is that it's an entry-level dive watch, ISO certified, 200-meter water resistance, rough, tough beta watch you can use and work to death. And of course the new Seiko 5 series or Sports series, you can do the same thing. I mean, 100 meter of water resistance is not too bad, you can swim with it and it's going to be alright. The movement is an upgrade to the SKX because you've got the 4R36, which is used also in the current turtle models. It's hand winding, hacking, day-date complication. It's a good movement, well, not too accurate, it's in the same accuracy level like the 7S26 movement, but still you've got a little bit more solid feeling, not solid feeling, but you've got a little bit more options that you can adjust the time correctly with a hacking second, and manual windable is a thing you would expect in a new watch. Hardlex crystal, I think they use the same case of the SKX case, because dimensional wise 42.5 millimeters, 46 millimeters from lug to lug, 22 millimeters lugs. This sounds very much like the old SKX, doesn't it? And when you see the design of the case, the shape of the case, it looks 100% I like, and I don't mind it. I as well like the different colors. It seems Seiko really did listen to the customers, to the modders who modified the SKXs, because they offer so many different dials, different structures. And I do think as well also these SEIKO 5 Sports versions you can mod really nice. Entry-level price 269 euros. It's a great package from my point of view, you can't complain about that. It is a cool watch, and yes, even though I was angry because I still think they lack the charm the SEIKO SKX did have, especially with the Jubilee. There's people who hate the Jubilee and people who like the Jubilee. I am one of the guys who really liked a lot the Jubilee bracelet. But still, the new Seiko is alright, and maybe you can fit also the SKX Jubilee bracelet on a Seiko 5 Sports series model. I don't know, but we're going to learn this pretty soon, hopefully. I really can appreciate what Seiko did there, and I like the design, I like the color choices you've got there. Beautiful green with gold, light green, dark blue, Pepsi versions, a lot of options with this particular line. I think I wouldn't be that emotional about it if they just would have offered the same watch, the Seiko 5 Sport Series, and I don't mind the name Seiko 5 Sport Series, when they just made it 200 meters, and I can't understand why they don't, because it's not too much effort. Ask 300 euros for this one, that's 269, and make it 200 meters, and it would be, I would be over the moon with this one. I would be pretty happy with this successor of the SKX, get the ISO certification, and I'm fine, I'm happy, yeah, nothing more. But they didn't, and this is the only beef I do have with this watch, I think. Right guys, what is my conclusion? Would I myself purchase the new Seiko 5 Sport Series? To be honest, I don't know. I really don't know right now. I think I'm really going to search for SKX. If I can't find one, I might go for the Seiko Turtle Pepsi, not Party. So the Seiko Turtle Pepsi is the one with the black dial and the Pepsi bezel inlay. Or maybe still the Seiko Sumo with the 6L35 movement, 70 hours of power reserve, the green version, which I do like. But to be honest, I'm more looking for the day-date complication with the kanji, so with the Japanese week of the day pattern, because this is what I do like, what I really would like to have, and there are not too many alternatives which I do like, put it like that. So would I not purchase a Seiko 5 Sports? I don't know, really I don't know. Maybe I'm in Japan and hold one in my hands and say, ah, it's fine, I can live with this and it's okay. But I look particularly for a diver, and for me a diver needs at least to have about 200 meters of water resistance. So let's see what's going to come up there when I'm in Japan. Alright guys, this concludes my thoughts about the new Seiko 5 Sports line. What is your opinion? Do you like the new Seiko 5 Sports line? Do you think I really am too picky and exaggerate here? Or do you have the same opinion like I am, that the new models lack a little bit of charm or not are real divers due to the 100 meters? Let's discuss it in the comment section below. I wish all of you guys now a very happy Sunday afternoon, a good start into the new week. Look forward to see you in the next one. Say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen, euer Konstantin. Ciao guys.